hey y'all, it's your girl Miss B, and you are now entering the Babe Cave. And today we are going to just give our thoughts on Housewives so far, and we're going to listen to Portia and her thoughts on how she feels about Dennis, Drew, and Drew's husband, estranged husband. So, real quick, I know you guys know that there's a new season of Housewives of Atlanta. A lot of little things have been going on so far. I think we are into the third episode, which I'm going to watch the episode that came out Sunday tonight. But I'll tell you one thing. I like all of the girls so far. I don't like what I see going on with Drew. I have expressed that plenty of times before, and my feeling still has not changed. I feel like Drew is doing a lot of omissioning, if that's a word. I feel like she's doing certain stuff to be kept on the show, and I don't like the whole relationship between her and Dennis. I don't care how professional it's supposed to be. I feel like she ran into Dennis at the right time to keep a storyline. That's just my personal opinion. Um yeah, so we're gonna get into, I have not seen Portia show up, I mean not Portia, Phaedra show up on the show as of yet. I know that there are things going on with Miss Kenya, and I don't think she was fairly treated this season as far as the situation between her and the other girl. I don't feel like she was treated right I don't think she was treated fairly this season, especially if the other girl is threatening her with weapons. So yeah, let's get into what Portia have to say, and then I will leave my comments on how I feel about that afterwards, and then you can leave your comments down below, and make sure you like this video. And if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel.
I have to expose something. Or maybe I don't have to, but I want to. I don't believe it. I don't. I don't believe the storyline. I don't. I really can see full picture now that the Dennis and Drew and Ralph, to me, feels like a made-up storyline between the three of them. I'm sorry. I think so. And I think so.
I gotta say, I totally agree with Portia in that sentiment. As y'all heard me say that just now, I totally agree with Portia in that sentiment. I feel like Drew came up with this whole storyline, and she asked, I'm not sure if her husband would go along and get along, but for a bag he might, and Dennis. Okay.
As just think about it. On this show, this is clearly my show and Drew's show, right? And the other wives, it's their show as well. But this is our platform, right? And a lot of people use the platform to like launch off whatever, and she's launching off music. So I feel like this plan of working together and doing something behind my back, like, you know, working together and all that, it was meant to be shocking to me. It was supposed to cause me to react like I did on the show, which would in turn make it a storyline and make it something that y'all would be interested in, which would make her album something to be interested in. And I'm gonna tell you why. There's no reason that Drew, who could not have texted me and told me that they were going to be filming together or working together. And at the end of the day, when it comes to the whether they slept together and all that, that's none of my business. I never get in Dennis's personal life business and who he's sleeping with. And honestly, he don't need to be in mine. Okay, we don't do that. I'm only talking about like what will piss me off. What's gonna piss Portia off? Oh, I know. Working with someone she's working with and not telling her. It's all principle at the end of the day. It's just principle. It's not like whether they want to be together or because if you choose who you choose and that's how it works out for you guys, great. Because nobody gets to choose who you're gonna fall in love with and whatever. In this life, if it happens, grab it. Okay, we'll grab it. And who the fuck am I to speak on if you get with Dennis when clearly Simon, come on, we got together. Okay, what I'm saying? He was at the end of his divorce, had signed his settlement agreement, was waiting on the judge, just like where I'm at right now. So if I date, don't judge me either. Okay, it is what it is. And I feel like for them, if that's what they wanted to do, that's fine. But he knows he would be upset. Talking about Dennis, he would be upset if I went to work with his person at the hot dog factory. Like he would be mad if he found out I was working with him.
I totally agree.
Just like say Drew, she's a better example. If I went and did a podcast with Ralph and she didn't know about it, she would be upset about it. Not only do a podcast with him, film with him about it on the show. And by the way, give him an opportunity to possibly talk about her on the show. Come on now. This just makes sense. Y'all heard what Cynthia said? Cynthia said she would drag my ass or drag anybody if they call her baby daddy, okay? And Kenya said if anybody called Marky Mark with the nose ring, she was gonna have a problem with that. So come on now, let's just be honest. It is what it is. It's just crazy. It's like weird energy. But the part where I think it's fake is because they got me to react. It worked, clearly. I mean, if anybody can get, touch a nerve with Porsha, it's gonna be Dennis at the end of the day. There's some trauma there, there's some love there from back in the day. Look, he can get to you, okay? Your baby daddy can always poke whatever he needs to poke. When I was at PORSHA, I was sitting at PORSHA and I saw Ralph. And Ralph was like, hey, Porsha. And I was like, hey, how you been? He was like, I'm good. And I was like, y'all straight now? He was like, what you mean? I was like, you ain't did this, so y'all straight. He was like, nah, man, I don't really understand what's going on with that. I don't really know. And I said, you don't really know? I said, dog, not cool? He was like, I don't know. We ain't cool. And I said, oh, okay, all right. I said, well, I thought y'all would have been past it by now. I thought y'all would have talked about it. He said, no. I said, oh, okay, all right. No problem. Fast forward, Dennis texted me, and he's like, oh, what do you say? Drew is really upset. And I was like, what she upset about? He's like, she got some flowers at the house and Ralph thinks they're from me. And I said, huh? I said, nobody can talk about Drew. I'm like, I don't care what you tell me this for. He's like, I mean, just in case you want to use it for storyline. I said, Nick, nobody gives a fuck about.
Are you kidding me? So yeah, it does sound like Drew is trying to cause problems to make it seem like there's really stuff going on so that she can be kept on the show. And I'm sorry, Drew, I could care less about your album. I'm not even listening to it because the way that you went about making that album is fucked up to me. So I will not be giving Drew Sidora a listen. I don't care to listen to that lame ass music.
Drew right now. Not that I'm hating on the bitch, but I don't care. And so we on the phone and I got myself, did you just try to insert something in the storyline? Like, okay, that was weird. Fast forward again, Atlanta had their very first premiere party. Y'all remember that? We had our very first premiere party for our show. And I sent Dennis a message like, hey, you need to come to the premiere party. And he was like, what? And I said, yeah, you all over the show. And they're like, what you mean? Should you come? Yeah, should come. But it's by the beach. But he was like, okay. He was like, well, you know what? If I come, but I may just come with Ralph then. I said, Ralph? He was like, yeah. I said, but I thought y'all was beef with me. He said, me? Why would I be with Ralph? I said, oh. Yeah, I did. He said, no. I said, oh, okay. I hung up the phone. I said, this man, I forgot that he said he was dealing with him. So I said, okay, all right, I got it. I see what's going on. This was the whole setup. This was all set up to sell this music, okay? And everybody is in on it at the end of the day. And they're just using it. So I'm leaving it there. But that's what I think the whole Drew and Dennis of it all is fake. I also heard that Drew was at, she was about to go to an event. Another housewife told me this because we were like, I think this is fake. Another housewife was like, oh, there's this event coming up. And Drew was like, oh, I should invite Ralph to that. And the girl was like, Ralph? And she was like, oh, yeah, he and I, we just have a funny relationship like that. How is it funny? Is y'all going through a divorce or not? Because I tell you right now, I ain't inviting my estranged husband to nothing. Okay, not nothing. Here. Okay? So I was like, that's weird. And so I don't know. You know what we're going to do? Because we're watching the show together. We're going to all keep an eye on it. Okay? We're going to keep an eye on it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. The most controversial episode of the Real Housewives.
All right, so that is her thoughts when it comes to the whole Drew and Dennis and the estranged husband situation. I do feel like that is a fake storyline. Like, I agree with her when it comes to her, Drew and her estranged husband. Like, why are you living downstairs? Like, that's stupidity to me. Like, I don't care what y'all trying to do in front of the kids. I feel like when they see unhealthy shit going on, y'all need to just separate. It's not healthy for children to be seeing unhealthy situations. It's best for people to just separate. All of that trying to keep the family together, that's bullshit to me, especially when you're going through toxic situations. So yeah, that's basically the rundown on how Porsha feels and how I feel when it comes to RHOA. And I also have to have a question for Andy Cohen. Why are you guys not chastising the other girl for clearly threatening Kenya with a weapon. So that's just gonna go underneath the rug. Why? Because she's a new one and y'all trying to keep the show going. When y'all could find somebody else in Atlanta to do that show, because she's not even that interesting to me. Like, personally, that girl is nobody but a video vixen, and we don't care. I'm not going. I can care less. So yeah, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we are now leaving the Babe Cave, and this is another review, not even a review. This is another episode of Miss B RHOA thoughts. Again, like this video before you leave out, and please make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel yet. I don't know what you're waiting on, but please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, have a good evening, and I am off this.